So you want to know essentially how you can own land or a house living in Thailand as a foreigner. In this video, I'm going to summarize it pretty quickly for you without all the faff. Just want you to make sure though that these videos are not legal advice. So if you are looking to do any of this yourself within Thailand, I do always encourage you to hire your own solicitor. Now I reckon the best place to start would be talking about condo. So I'm staying in a condo at the moment with my family in Bangkok. You might be a bit more familiar with the term apartment complex. So those buildings just behind there. Now, as a foreigner in Thailand, you can actually own your own condo so long as the actual entirety of the condo complex is 51% Thai owned or more. All right, so let's say you want to actually go ahead, own some land, build maybe a business or build your own house on that land in Thailand. Is it possible as a foreigner? Well, it kind of is, but let me explain. It's slightly complicated, but essentially what you really need to do is establish a trusted relationship with a Thai national, all right? So what will happen then is with the Thai national, kind of similar to the actual complex in the condo situation, the Thai national would have to have at least 51% plus ownership of that particular land, and you could have 49% or less. Now, because you're a foreigner though, your name won't actually be on that actual land title. But what will end up happening is you will need to actually go ahead and set up a business, which is going to cost you over 100,000 baht on average, possibly a bit more depending on what lawyer you use. And then what will actually happen is you can use that business set up with that particular lawyer to actually put your name on the business to actually show your share of the land through the business. So if you own 49% or if you invested 49% into that particular land with this partnership, with this Thai national that you trust, of course, you can essentially set up this business to replicate and enforce that through the business. So the business is actually used to show your ownership of the land, if that makes sense. And of course, guys, if you have any questions or this confuses you at all, please let me know in the comment section of this video. And if you enjoy this kind of content, then make sure you smash that like button. All right, so far we covered condos, we covered actually buying land. Now, what about actually building the house on the land? Because depending on where you build, and more often than not, the actual price of the actual house that you build on that land can be pretty expensive, of course. Now, what's cool about this situation is that all of the actual items that are built on that particular land can be compartmentalized into separate contracts under that business. So for example, if you as a foreigner have 49% ownership in that particular land and you spend another 100,000 US dollars on building some luxury villa, you can actually have that written under that business within its own contract to show that you own that particular house that's been built on there. So that when or if the Thai national says that they want to sell and you agree, then you're going to get your value back in that actual house. Now, the question as a foreigner buying in Thailand that you should be asking next is, well, what happens if the actual Thai national, being the majority ownership of that business and that land, the majority owner, decides to sell? Well, legally, again, check this with your lawyer when you go ahead and do it, but from my own understanding, legally, you will be protected and entitled to that 49% ownership in this example. So if the Thai national does go ahead and decide to sell, maybe they're selling 5 years later at 2 to 3x the price because property values have gone up, you should still be entitled to your same share of 49% ownership of that particular land. So in a nutshell, guys, just a summary, what did we learn from this video? You got to find a trusted Thai national to really endure this process with, and yeah, there's always going to be some level of risk there, I suppose, but that's really the main thing. Then to follow on from that, always use a lawyer, guys. Make sure you find a trusted lawyer, okay, through Google, have a look at some reviews, maybe even speak with a few. That's probably what I would recommend. And just understand, guys, that when you're investing in land, property, foreign countries, these sorts of things, it always comes with an inherent risk that you could lose your actual investment. So do really be careful about that, guys, and don't listen to me, guys. Listen to your own lawyer, okay? This is definitely not legal advice. If you like the video, like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment what questions you have about buying land in Thailand or abroad. Take care now. We'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.